and we're going to give me a couple minutes so I can send the fucking link to everybody.
You're gonna drink out of that forever now, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what my
Yes,
sister
yes,
said
yes.
too. Yeah. And until next year, I get one that says 2023.
See, if you got one with like a Ghostbusters or like some type of other logo, I would actually drink out of it every fucking day for the rest of my life.
I mean,
But
it's thermal, so I mean, I have to use it. I spent money on it, might as well.
Fair enough, I guess. If I can find my fucking video, that'd be nice. Oh, hey, there it is.
I'm trying to do it more often to where
hi, whoever
if I
that
buy
is.
something, I need to use it.
Oh shit! Hey, Beyblade Master, how you been, man? It's been forever.
I
That was
miss Beyblades,
quick.
like the real ones.
The real metal Beyblades, the
Yeah.
contraband Beyblade.
Yeah, like the ones that could legit take someone's finger off. I loved
Mhm.
those.
Yeah.
And they were
Alright, Liz.
plastic and they were stupid.
I mean, they still have them, but it's not the same.
No, it's not.
I was gonna do something.
Well, do something then.
I don't remember what it was though.
Well, just do something. That counts as something.
Wow.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna pull up the sheet. Duh.
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 Go ahead and do that. Duh.
I'll figure it out. Wrong button. There we go.
Wrong lever.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Wrong button.
Kronk. Oh yeah.
Eartha
The
Kitt.
poison. The poison
Cusco's
for
poison.
Cusco. The poison is specifically designed to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. Oh yeah. It's all going together.
It's all coming together.
Eartha Kitt was absolutely fabulous.
May she rest in peace. She is dead, right?
Correct.
Of an angel.
We're not singing that shit because it's way too overplayed. Lewis, you goddamn fucking prick.
I knew what I was doing.
Oh, I was jamming out to "Without Me" in the car earlier.
Of course you
Nice.
were. Of course you were.
I forget, like Pitbull came on, I think, and I was like, "Nope, need real rap." Thank you.
We'll meet you at the hotel motel.
It's a good song. I love it.
At least
I will
it's not
listen
Bad
to it,
Bunny,
but I was
so I
in
mean,
was in a rap mood.
Truth. At least it is not Bad Bunny. I will
I
give
hate
you
Bad
100%.
Bunny.
Who's that?
He's a Mexican.
You know the Cash Mask? Oh, that guy. Oh,
No. He's a Mexican reggaeton rapper or whatever, and
Oh, I
he
mean, I like
mumbles. But he mumbles. He's not like the original reggaeton. He like mumbles his fucking words. My parents make fun of him because he's like when he's rapping, he's like.
Supposedly he's actually not that. He's supposedly not that bad of a actor. Believe it or not. Apparently he does really well in this new Bullet Train movie.
Him acting
there's
and
a rapper in there?
wrestling. Him acting and wrestling.
I know, right?
He's
Yeah.
not bad, but when it comes to his actual like
His
Yeah.
actual
career,
career.
is
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Snodacast episode 30. I'm your host, BlackShot56, and we're gonna switch things up a little bit. But of course, we are joined by the one, the only, my second in command, Lewis, aka Diamond Assassin.
What's up?
And of course, he gives the most. I give him this
Basic.
giant ass praise, and he gives
Basic.
the most basic bitch answer.
Basic bitch answer. Heck yeah. Fuck
Yes,
you.
yeah, with the- And of course, we are also joined by the lovely Inara Sarah,
Hello.
and she at least gives something original for her. Um, but of course, we can't have any Snowcast without asking the age-old question of how's everybody's week. So I'm gonna go directly into weekly updates. So I gotta ask, Anara, how's your week?
I actually spent all last week training for my promotion.
Well, hey.
So
You can always go over promotion. That's something I won't necessarily dot.
yeah, I'm super happy about it, and his last day was Friday, so I take over for him fully on today's Saturday, so Monday.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm excited. I get more money.
All
Woo!
right.
But that's really all that happened to me this week. That, and we just went
So-
on a date to Olive Garden like an hour ago.
And you didn't bring me any breadsticks, you whore.
Actually, I have so his
Smell-o-vision!
brother's girlfriend works at this particular Olive Garden, so she gave us like so much extra food. We're not gonna be able to finish it. It's a lot. So if you would
Send
like
it
me
to my
to
address,
Strike
I
us.
swear to God.
me to mail you
that
breadsticks
shit.
all the way from up here, I can do that.
It comes back, it's all fucking moldy and green.
That'd be so gross.
It would be so gross, but it'd still be the thought that counts because at least this thought can count. I'm kidding. It's a little too far. But anyways.
I can count. Usually to 4.
Are you sure what comes after?
Unimportant. I only do music.
One. Stream.
Yeah, as
Yeah, you're
Christian
doing a glitch.
is like freeze frame snapshot Pokemon snapshot over here.
I was gonna say he was
Okay,
doing like
should be back now. Should
Yeah.
be back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you're good.
you're just in low res,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
fine.
like the
Okay, cool.
the
Cool.
slow mo guys.
No, you're good. It had a little hiccup for a moment.
Of course,
Because
every
that
time
happens
when
again.
we're trying to
You
do
guys are
something
perfectly
new,
fine on the end of the stream.
yeah, every time we try to do something new, something has
Lewis?
to fuck up.
If you jinx
Lewis?
us, sir.
You jinx us because you keep bringing it up every time it happens, and then it's like, well, I'm gonna make it happen this time on purpose.
I will come down there and light you on fire.
I'd like to see you try. I'm already going down to hell either way.
Yeah. But anyways, gotta ask the age-old question is, so I can count to 4, but can you count no more?
I cannot
'Cause,
count no more.
I can only
Double
count
negative.
to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
Jesus Christ. What a callback.
I know, right? Anyways, so Lewis, how was your week, buddy?
Pretty good. I know that we missed last week and stuff, but I'm gonna bring some stuff from last week because I haven't done anything this week. So as you can see by my obsession at the moment, I went to Comapalooza, one of the local cons here in the Houston area, held at the Georgia Brown every single July, and for my first con, pretty good. Cool experience. I got a bunch of ideas. I talked to a bunch of people, a bunch of vendors for just merchandise and other future projects and stuff, and for us as well. And yeah, I'm excited what the future holds for us. So
Absolutely, yeah. So,
Do you like it? Do we like what? What do we like? I'm confused.
oh, WWE. He's asking about WWE.
Oh,
I mean, yeah,
like
I haven't
John
watched
Cena.
WWE. Well, yeah, I haven't watched WWE really since the heydays of John Cena. So it's
Me
like,
neither.
I used to like it. Like, don't get me wrong, I still like it. Do I watch it from now? Probably not. But because of the news that has been going on, I might be considering to watch it back. But
absolutely.
I like
All right.
the stunt work, but it's not nuanced.
No, the script writing
mean,
is terrible.
I mean, we'll see what happens because I don't know if I know this is for people.
I
who
know
don't
Vince McMahon is stepping down.
Yeah.
I
So
do know
Oh,
so yeah, so a lot of people are excited apparently this effect is not going to happen too quickly, but
Right.
it'll eventually make an effect throughout the wrestling world.
All right, that's good.
I did not know that.
All right. So, anyways, how did my week go? Well, most of my week has been work. However, I do have a funny story about what happened today. Later development, if you will. So, a lady decided it was a great idea, even though our awning, which is like that little area that shoots out from the building, kind of gives you a little bit of shade.
Yeah.
Our awning has only a clearance of 9 inches. This lady decided that she should drive her U-Haul through that.
Yikers.
So, and this is in the middle of I immediately get out because I hear all of it. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm the only one there today. So, and of course, there we go. We lose Lewis. Lewis, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you the next time it happens. But anyways.
He did it to himself.
He does. It's his Wi-Fi. His Wi-Fi shit's out. I'm just messing with him. But anyway, so this lady decided to drive through that. And so it's still standing, but she just drove through it like a normal car would, which makes me think she's never rented a U-Haul in her life. And she came out, she apologized. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought it would go through. And I'm like, okay, that's whatever, but we still have to do a report. So I had to do that in the middle of trying to herd 5 cars that came in behind her. Because, on top of the fact that I'm trying to figure out how we're going to get her furniture out of there and it's just me today, I'm like, well, that's going to be fun. And then so, in that entire time, I have people literally running through trying to donate stuff. And, they're like, let's get this stuff done. And I'm like, I can't do that. It's just one person today.
Yeah.
So, I get that you're used to having 3 or 4 people. So therefore it gets done. It's not going to happen, So lo and behold, that happened right around 2:00, which I found hilarious. Because at that point, I had already was like, oh, you know what? Today's not bad for a second Saturday in a row that I had to be there by myself. Maybe something won't go terribly wrong. Not 2 hours later, I say
famous last words.
Yeah, exactly. It's like maybe today will actually be okay.
Not shitty.
No. So I was literally telling people, I was like, I fucking knew something was going to happen today. There was no way the Saturday would go this smoothly at this time. And
not with that attitude.
No, I had that attitude after all that shit happened. At first I was like, oh, maybe it won't be that bad. I don't know. No. So, is what it is. But on top of that, I will say that, clever segue, by the way, I do have something that I would like to talk about, and it actually involves our lovely and wonderful animation that I did myself. Now showing.
That's nice and
this
shiny.
Week for now. I know. For this week for now showing, we're going to be talking about Nope as well as The Gray Man. And we're going to turn that down just a smidge. So, I did get the chance to go see Nope this week, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would say it's definitely Jordan Peele's second best movie. Would I say it's his best? No, that would definitely be Get Out, and even that's not that great of a movie. It's good. I have it in my collection, but it's a little overhyped, just a little bit. I've known for people that are like, oh yeah, I remember the hype behind that movie was crazy. I'm like, yeah. As someone who watched it outside of the hype, it's like, I don't understand why it was as hyped as it was, but then again, it is what it is. So, but with Nope, I wouldn't say go out of your way to go see this movie, right? I would definitely just say, if you're a huge Jordan Peele fan, definitely go see it. If you're a huge sci-fi thriller kind of fan, go see it. Honestly, there's some really good twists and turns that are brought throughout the whole movie. There's one that honestly I've never seen when it comes to, because even though this is technically a spoiler, if you want to go in 100% blind, just skip ahead a little bit if you're watching this post, because I'm the only one watching this right now anyways, so it is what it is. But anyways, so it does involve aliens, but what they do with that is they twist it, and I think it's very, very clever. So that's about as vague as I'm going to keep it, because it is a very clever plot twist in my opinion. And it ultimately, there is some stuff that will definitely piss a lot of people off. Like, why do they have this thing with a monkey? And why is this character just suddenly dropped after? It's like, this character goes through something horrific, and the movie is just like, oh no. Anyways, it's just one of those kind of situations. So I don't know, but if you pay attention to the themes of the movie, I would definitely say go in knowing that they're going to drop something off like halfway through. But if you pay attention to it, you let it marinate, it will definitely make more sense. So it is what it is. Maybe I might do like a spoiler talk. I don't know. Anyways, have you guys? I know you guys haven't seen Nope, but do you have any plans on seeing it after what I've told you? Do you plan on seeing it? Like, what are y'all's overall thoughts, comments, concerns?
I think for me personally, I will see it on a later date. I don't think for me it's like a priority.
Mm-hmm.
But like I could change my mind. I could at some point just be like, you know what, I don't need to watch it. And it's totally fine with me. So
no, I mean, if you don't want to watch it, you don't want to watch it. I will say, I would say it's at least worth watching once. That's all I'll say. Even if it's not in theaters.
Based on what you just said, I'm more likely to watch it now than before.
Mm-hmm.
But
just because I described it a little bit.
Yeah, but outside, I'm not gonna like he said. I don't think I'll see it in the theater. I'm not gonna go out of my way.
Nah, it'll be
if it
one of
happens
those things.
To be on streaming, and I'm in the mood for a weird alien thing, and it comes on, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll watch this.
Yeah, I would definitely say it's going to get probably more. It's going to do better on streaming / home video, I think, for sure. Mm-hmm. Just because this movie is not doing terribly well in the box office, due to how Jordan Peele kind of approaches a lot of things.
I think it probably would have been better instead of it being in theaters. It should have been in.
I wouldn't say that, because there is some good spectacle in this that I would say was worth seeing in theaters. Like, especially because I saw it in Dolby. I wanted to see it in IMAX, but I decided against it. And even then, there's points where I think it helps being on the big screen, because there's a certain point where they say you can't look at this thing or else it'll kill you, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like there's points where they'll focus on shots of the sky and you don't even fucking want to look at it. Like, there was a point where I'm like, why the fuck am I doing that? And then I realized it's working so well that it's making me kind of nervous to look up, kind of thing. Which is why I think it should have been called Don't Look. Well, okay, granted, there's already a movie called Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up was funny.
Yeah, there's already a movie called Don't Look Up, but I'm just like, that would have been probably a better title than Nope, because I think Nope is such a vague title.
Or just Don't Look.
Don't Look would have been a good one. Well, maybe not. That's a little too cheesy, but I still think, something along those lines of like, I still think Nope is kind of too vague of a title, just when it comes to everything. So I can definitely see why a lot of people aren't going out of their way to see this, because most cinephiles will want to go see it because, oh, Jordan Peele, he's a new revolutionary filmmaker, and usually most of his films are okay, if not halfway decent, like really good. And I would say that this will piss a lot of general audiences off, just because, again, like I mentioned, the plot, direction. It feels like two different movies, because the first half genuinely has some shit. There was literally a point where I went, oh fuck no. I literally crawled up in my seat. I was like, fuck, what the fuck is that? And then I eventually thought about it, and I'm like, no, it has to be this thing. It has to be a fake out. And it's like, and it ultimately I was right. But it was still one of those things where it's like, no. I'm done. No. Because I immediately got PTSD from, I don't know if anybody knows about VHS. In a good way or in a bad way? Oh, no. Definitely in a good way. It's genuinely effective, because it's like, I kind of saw it coming from the trailers, but it's not, it goes in a direction where if you really sit back and think about it, it's like, okay, no, they're acting way too creepy for that to actually be real. There's no way. So like your brain kind of kicks in. It's like, okay, cool. We're not dealing with that, right? So, but I got PTSD from, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of there's technically 3 films. I only count the first 2. It's called VHS. They're like a horror anthology thing where they got different directors to direct different shorts. Highly recommend the first 2. So the reason why I was saying I was getting PTSD is there's one that still genuinely to this day terrifies me. There is a short in the second one, and it involves aliens, and it's just the way that because they look cheap, like they really do, but they have this like permanently open mouth going, and they have these long ass fingers, and they have the elongated heads. They're tall, they're skinny, and they just come the fuck out of nowhere.
So
And
the
it's
silence.
like, kind of. I would say definitely more stereotypical gray man kind of silence, kind of than the silence. But definitely they have that permanent open mouth.
They have that
Genuinely
like
fucking
that
terrifying.
fucking
Look
stare.
look up
death
VHS 2 UFO. It's like 5-10 minutes maybe, because it's not that like I said, they're mostly short films. And that is one of my favorite ones, just because it's one of my favorite obscure, because when it comes down to it, still genuinely terrifies me to this day, even though I know exactly what happens, and it's also shot in kind of a found footage kind of thing. So like I'm like, I could live without that, but it's still genuinely terrifying. And then B, it also has one of my other favorite shorts, which is not scary, but is so unique. I've never seen it done before. It is basically this guy who's going cycling, like, doing BMXing out in the woods.
Yeah.
And then he gets bitten by a zombie, but he has a GoPro.
What the fuck?
So he gets bitten and turned into a zombie, and it just follows him the entire time.
Ooh.
And I'm like, that's
interesting.
That's actually
That's
really
cool.
cool. Yeah, and it's done really well. It's got really good practical effects and everything. Like, it's done extremely well.
It basically
it's
shows
one
the
of my favorite
progression of
shorts.
him turning, basically.
Kind of, but it's all within the span of like 5 minutes. If that. I would say 2 to 3 minutes. But it's done extremely well. It's one of my favorite shorts out of that entire series. And then, okay, VHS 3. I hate that movie. Oh my god, is that thing terrible? It tries way too hard to elevate the whole franchise, and it's like they cut out the found footage element of it when it comes to the story that ties everything together, which is
always
kind of
the
the
third
whole
one.
really. It is always the third one. So it's kind of the whole appeal,
Not Indiana
I would
Jones,
say, of
though.
VHS, because it's a found footage-esque story. No. Indiana
The
Jones
third
3
Indiana
is
Jones
great.
is good.
The- like a
Fourth
lot of the
one's-
80s trilogies have really good like third movies.
Well, we're not sure yet. The
Honestly,
fifth one can
hey,
beat
hold
the
on.
fourth
We
one.
might not be saying that about the
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, the fifth one might take the fourth one.
I mean, yeah, Pirate kind of went that way, because like the first one was good, the second one wasn't as good. but
I
it was still
will
decent.
give
the
the
third one
last
isn't as good, but
Pirates
then
of
the
the
fourth and the fifth one is
Caribbean-
just
For what it is, the only thing that
I
I'm
like
pissed
the
off
fourth one.
about, the only thing that I'm pissed off about is that they fucking killed off Barbosa. Fuck y'all. They killed off Barbosa.
I love
Okay,
his
to be
death,
fair,
I'm just gonna say.
to be fair, I will say I do love his death, but to be fair, that character should have never been in there past the third one. Prove
Yeah.
me wrong.
I
He
agree.
should have not been in the movies past the third one.
Yeah,
he's
I
a
think that
good
switch for him
antithesis.
just wasn't good.
Yeah, exactly. I hated the whole plot twist in the fourth one. It was like, oh yeah, no, he had secondary plans all along. It's like, I fucking figured that. It's Barbosa.
I mean,
But, by the
would
fifth
you-
one, it's like, really?
What'd you think
You
of
know.
the first movie, and with him like being like the main villain, and then later on they basically like changed him?
They changed him to more of an anti-hero slash,
I love
kind
that.
of a... Yeah, I love that. That's great. But, then they
It fits
try
with
to
his
do it
character very
again.
well.
It does.
Yeah,
it does
doing
fit
it
with his
again is
character.
just a little too
It-
much.
it's-
I don't think
yeah.
he would turn.
So that's my
that
least
far.
favorite part of Pirates 4, which I thoroughly enjoy Pirates 4. I would say it goes Black Pearl, Stranger Tides, Dead Man's Chest, World's End, and then Dead Men Tell No Tales.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also,
that's
none of
about
this
right.
is what we're supposed to be talking.
Yeah.
No.
well,
But,
on another
okay, back
side
on the
note,
note. Yeah.
I have a question. So, do you think that people are gonna be doing that same method that he's been doing, the kind of like new method, plot twist, or whatever you were talking about? Like, do you think other people will try to do
I mean, they kind of
Is
did
that
it with Loki.
Loki?
Loki was kind of that way. He was an original villain, and then he kind of became an anti-hero.
No, I'm talking about the Nope.
Nope.
I'm talking about Nope.
Oh,
He
okay. So
came full
you're
circle.
Yeah.
okay. You came full circle. Okay, so you're talking
Yeah.
about the plot twist with what they do.
Yes, I'm talking about. Do you think?
I would
do you
love to
see, Do
see
you
it.
see other people trying
Just
to do that?
okay, it's because I so wish you guys would fucking see this movie so I can talk to you about it. But okay, so here's what I'm gonna say to keep it spoiler free. I thoroughly believe that I could see people trying to recreate that. However, you have to keep it so vague. You can't show shit like that in the trailers. Like, the most they show in the trailer is a UFO.
Mhm.
But that's about as much as you're getting. So it's like, it's... I don't want to spoil it, but it's basically just... What
Then
you get
don't.
in the trailer is not obviously what ends up happening in the movie,
Yeah.
right? Like, I mean, don't get me
I
wrong, shots
feel
from the
like-
trailer are in the movie, but
I
it
feel
doesn't
like
spoil it.
I feel like they should do that a lot, not just for horror movies, but just in general for everything.
Yeah, but especially for horror.
Especially for horror. I will say
because
that.
They want it
But,
to have any
I mean, the
effect.
problem there is an adverse problem to that, where trailers will show too much of the plot, and then people be like, "Oh, I got a general idea of what I'm going in for." So maybe you're not going to show me. I'm not saying show the last fucking shot of the movie, like Venom. Anyways, I'm not saying show that. I'm not saying do that shit. Not do the Sony fucking thing where they show the last shot in the goddamn movie in the fucking like they did with Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, you know, like, yeah, don't be doing that shit. That they've done that since Amazing Spider-Man 2, and it's fucking irritating as hell. But anyways, so there is that, and it's just a situation of like, I think you gotta find a right balance, because I think that's part of the reason why nobody's going out to see Nope, is it's too vague of a trailer. It's not enough to really, other than the fact like, oh, UFOs, which is what the second trailer did, and I think that's why the studio was like, hey Jordan, we love your work, but that first trailer, what the fuck are we looking at? You know, it's like, why are we watching this? Like, not everybody's gonna pick up on the little details to pick out that it's a UFO.
That's
so,
exactly why I was.
So that's why I think the second trailer you think is showing too much with the fact that it is aliens, but it doesn't.
I
like,
mean,
there's
for
shots
me,
from the fucking climax in that trailer.
For me, in the first trailer, I automatically thought aliens.
Well,
like,
yeah, it definitely gives you that vibe, but a lot of people are just gonna go, "Oh, okay, I'm
it's
confused."
An alien movie.
Well, no, they're just like, "Oh, okay, I'm confused as to what's going on, but I might go check it out." Whereas with the second trailer, you get more of a general idea. It's like, "Oh, okay, aliens." But I can also see where that can piss a lot of people off, because they're like, "Okay, I didn't expect that." Or I didn't expect a fucking monkey going ape shit on a set. You know, I didn't expect that, right? So, and that's still keeping it vague, by the way. I'm not saying. Yeah. That's still keeping it vague, by the way. That's still not spoiling anything.
Drawing the line, where do you think... How many...
I think you should show enough to get people a general idea.
Well, I was going to say, how many previews do you need to have before you just go borderline?
With this one, I stopped watching with this one I stopped watching the previews after the second one. I'm like, okay, I got a general idea now. I know I watched Easter egg videos, obviously, but I got a general idea now. I know it's about aliens. I don't need to watch anything else. It's kind of like, usually after the first or second trailer, I'm done. That's just me. I mean, I get the idea of marketing it and everything else.
If I'm not hooked after the first trailer, it's not worth me seeing in a theater.
Fair point. I would say
Just
maybe go on like
opinion.
a matinee time, or like go on a discount day.
Oh, I mean, that's what I did with Gray Man. I saw Segway.
There you go. Segway.
You
You saw Segway. How is good old Segway? Is he doing well? Is he eating enough? Anyways.
No one's eating enough. Everyone's dehydrated. No, so that's kind of why I saw Gray Man, was because I said, drink water, you ass.
This is water, fucker. It's his ass that we got to worry about not drinking water.
Anyway, I drink a lot of water. It's fine.
So
Too much.
I saw one.
You saw Segway.
I saw the trailer, one trailer, and I was interested enough that I was fine with seeing a matinee.
Okay.
I'm really glad I saw the matinee, because I wouldn't have wanted to spend like $20-$30 on those tickets.
Yeah.
It was $15 for the both of us, so that wasn't bad. And he paid for the food, so I didn't even have to worry about that.
I mean, you know, you got to deal food.
Shit, I had to pay for my popcorn and drink when I went and saw Nope, and that cost me like $16. So
it really does. It's so.
No, I'm being genuinely serious, and I have the discount. So
yeah, no, like we ended up getting a whole bunch of crap. I don't even want to know how much he spent on food. But yeah, it was. $45 on food and drinks.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit!
didn't
That's
realize
why
he
you
was
don't
listening.
get actual food at the movie theater. You only get popcorn and drinks, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Well, see, we
'Cause then you
also
don't
got
spend
like
money.
we got.
Unless you go to
pizza
Movie
at the
Grill or
theater.
some like fancy place.
It was
where-
lunchtime. We were hungry. We got pizza.
Okay, fair.
Valid point.
And it was Pizza Hut pizza too. They had the little like.
Hey.
Hey,
So
there
it was
you
worth
go.
it.
Okay,
Anyway,
fair enough.
but yeah, it was a good shoot 'em up movie.
Eh,
But
I'd say it's more suitable for the small screen, is my opinion. That's where I saw it.
I liked like the big fireworks scene.
Oh
That
yeah,
looked really good on the big.
I would
but
love
there
to see
wasn't
that on the
anything
big
that
screen.
needed it.
no, yeah, that would have been awesome.
Whereas,
to see on the
like,
big screen.
Maverick, I would have been incredibly disappointed with myself if I saw it on a small screen first time.
Same here. Yeah,
Like having
I
that
went out
with
of
all
my way
the
to go see that.
So
I went to the exact same theater to go see Maverick, and I think I sat in about the exact same spot too.
Nice.
So for this movie, out of 1 out of 5 stars, like 1 being not like worth that much watching to 5 being worth watching this movie, what do y'all? 2?
3.
I say about 2.5.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
decent. The plot is all right.
Oh,
there are a couple of things where I'm just like, why
probably
didn't you just do
Probably
this?
gonna start
But, like,
roboting.
It's fine.
oh, it's fine. No one cares.
Just keep going.
Just keep going. We'll just do the robot for a minute. But can you not like fondle the invisible titties? That's what it looks like you're doing. Anyway. Why are we
Anyway,
so
the
close
movie
together?
in a mystical form.
So, but yeah, like, Bourne did the story better. John Wick did the stunts better, and they made more sense. And Mission Impossible did
Visually better.
yeah, visually it was just nice. Although honestly, some of the like the shots are really really nice. But just like those.
Yeah, some of the drone shots are kind of cool.
Honey, which Mission Impossible did you compare it to?
Mission Impossible
Fallout.
That's
So
Um,
6.
So 6? Okay.
6.
Can you hear him?
yeah, we can hear him.
Oh,
Henry
Henry Cavill.
Cavill's-
Okay.
Couple.
I would say
Um,
he's a more eccentric version of that, but yes, definitely
Mm-hmm.
very similar.
Yeah. So if you see Mission Impossible Fallout, the first Jason Bourne, Bourne Identity, and any of the John Wick series, you'll get exactly what you got out of that, but better.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
want, like there are other movies who
Let's-
have done the things and done it better.
Let's
So
be
see
perfectly
those.
honest. The real appeal of this is to see Chris Evans' ass get shot with a freaking tranquilizer dart. I'm sorry.
That
It
and for him
is.
to have
America's ass.
For him to have the fucking the weasel stash
Oh yeah.
and have the shit beat out of him by Ryan
The porn
Gosling. That
stash.
was just great.
Oh yeah.
Just
You can
watching
tell
them
though
kick each
he's
other's
like
asses cool.
you can tell like he's still fit, but he is definitely stopped pumping
Work.
for sure. Yeah, like he said someone went up to him the other because he stopped doing Captain America, so he's lost like 30 pounds, and somebody went up to him on the street and they said, "Are you okay? You look not well." And he's like, "Yeah, I just stopped going to the gym as I did when I was in America." So
Yeah, because you don't need to be made of beef.
Yeah, I mean, if we're being honest, most of the people who
I
do
roboted out there, didn't I?
superheroes, no. To us, it was normal, but your camera might have robot out. But, anyways,
Just
like I
hold
was saying,
still, we'll never know.
I feel like the people don't understand when someone's doing a role, especially if it has to do with something athletic or some physique. The actor is going to do the work to do that, but then after
a
that,
lot of work.
if they choose not to keep that up, that's their choice, and that should be fair. You know, it can't. It shouldn't
especially after
be
the
like
contract's done.
yeah, they shouldn't be like obligated or harassed by fans to be like, hey, why are you okay?
Why don't you
Is
look
something
like them
wrong?
anymore?
Why do you look like them?
Believe it or not, I'm not them.
Yeah.
Shocker. But yeah, I guess that's all I really had to say about the movie. Decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm probably roboting out again.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Your slow
Damn it.
motion, slow capture. Your clay animation camera right now. Stop motion. Alright, you're somewhat back. Nope.
I'm somewhat back. No.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
On to the next topic.
Okay.
Yes.
So, any more
Yes.
thoughts, comments, concerns on Gray Man?
I think we're good.
Next.
All right.
Next.
So, this week, or in the past couple of weeks, we have actually gotten the first official look at the Spirit
Look at the
Halloween
beaut-
movie. Yes, I blanked on the words. Look at the beauties, exactly. So, we
pretty.
actually have 3 new designs thanks to Spirit Halloween's Instagram. This is going to be the animatronics that are going to come to life. By that, I mean like physical flesh and blood coming to life, not Five Nights at Freddy coming to life. Because, god damn it, if I hear one more comparison to this than Five Nights at Freddy, I'm going to kill somebody.
You
Anyways.
know, the one
Murder.
who's holding the mallet kind of looks like Chucky, but bald.
Yeah, like
And
a bald fat Chucky. Yeah, so that's kind of the point, but you know, it is what it is. So it's literally it's animatronics coming to physical life, not just animatronics creeping
I
out.
can't wait
and
for this
having
movie to
souls.
come out and then people fucking meme the shit out of it. It's like the better version of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Well, they are actually going for a full R rating because Spirit Halloween is kind of tanking in sales, so they decided, oh yeah, well maybe if we, yeah, am I roboting again?
You're good.
No. So they're like, well, okay, well, maybe if we make a movie that's somewhat family friendly, almost like, I would say something akin to the Goosebumps movie, but maybe with a bit of more of an edge, because Spirit Halloween does have some pretty fucking terrifying animatronics when it comes to
They got
things.
good shit.
Yeah.
They do. I always love going to Spirit Halloween, even if it's in the ghost of an old Best Buy that I went to at one point in time, which that has happened. That is a true story. That's how I got my Sam Funko Pop, by the way. So
All of those, I feel like I feel like they just take over random abandoned places and just
that's
and
their
then
whole
they're
business model.
They,
Yeah,
well,
that's
I
their whole
mean,
business model. They're
I
never
mean,
a permanent pop-up.
They basically rent.
well, there's a
just-
couple of places.
They basically rent just buildings that no one else has a business of, and that's where they take
Mhm.
over.
Yeah, exactly. And they rent it for a few months and then they're out. You know, it's one of those things. That's why they never hire full-time employees. They always hire temp jobs, which
And
is
that's also
one
why
of
their
the...
security sucks.
It's true too. Yeah, they always run
yeah.
out of shit super early. But anyway, so for those of you that don't know the plot synopsis, this movie is going to be 3 kids, or like a group of kids is going to be dared to spend the night in a Spirit Halloween store where these animatronics are coming to life. We do know a couple of the cast. I know that Christopher Lloyd is going to be one of the cast members, so that's interesting. I'm curious how he's going to do that. I think maybe he's going to be the old man that kind of curses the store. Like maybe he got it used to be his old store. Like it was his old store that he had to foreclose, and he's like, "I'm going to put a curse on this place."
It'll be
kinda
like
thing.
what's it called?
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead, yeah.
I knew that's what you were going to go to, but that's a completely different point. Which I would love a Pumpkinhead reboot, by the way. Bring back Stan Winston, damn it. Anyways,
The cat says hello.
hi, dumbass.
Wow.
Okay, to be fair, she has called that cat far worse. I guarantee
She's very
it.
stupid. I love
there
her,
you
but
go.
she's very stupid.
Worse than Tom the cat.
Yes,
Even though it's
Yeah.
a she.
much.
Yeah.
This
But
is
anyways,
a dog in cat
so-
form.
Dog in cat form. Yikes.
Jesus, that is
Hi,
actually
dummy.
somewhat terrifying.
So cute.
So what do you guys think of the designs? I personally think they're great. I love these
I think they're
designs, and
beautiful.
No,
I do
think
too,
they did
yeah.
a good job.
Yeah, they're definitely going to
just-
scare some kids. I know that for sure. Especially
I-
You know,
Nightcrawler
the
with
kids
the
would scare
permanent
me when
affixed
they
open
sold them.
mouth.
I
Yeah.
feel like this movie has promise. This really does have somewhere
Oh, yeah.
where they can go, and like I really hope this is just a one and done movie, and there's no sequels after this. This has to be a one and done because
Here's my counter, because this is a low budget film. I would at least like one more sequel where they have a bigger budget and they're able to make more animatronics. That's all. You don't have to go beyond that. Just one more sequel with bigger budget. please, because I know
mean,
that
I
these
love
are going to be our
Marvel
main,
effects, so.
and that's our thing. That these are going to be our main 3. I don't think we're coming out. I think they might have a couple more, but these are going to be the main ones that we're going to focus on. And I thoroughly love that idea. I genuinely do. But it's also like you're kind of. I get that you're restricted by budget, but it's like you're literally saying this entire store's worth of animatronics are coming to life, and you're telling me only 3 are.
Well, can
Really?
you bring the photo up again? Is that possible?
It is
I
possible.
love Mr. Dark. He looks fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one on the left. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah, the
so
far
actually,
left.
for those of you that don't know, on the far left is Mr. Dark, and the middle is Nightcrawler, and he actually crawls around on all fours.
It
And
sucks
then
people's souls.
And probably sucks people's souls, not gonna lie. And also, the one on the far right is Buzzsaw.
I
He
hope.
literally has a buzzsaw for hand.
Yeah, I hope Mr. Dark has his Reaper scythe.
I don't know if he's supposed to be a Reaper, though. That's the thing. Everybody keeps saying that,
Because
and I don't
I've
know.
seen it. Because I've seen it when Spirit Halloween is here. So I mean,
I've seen
Okay.
him with one. I don't know if they'll add it though. They might not
Well,
need
I think they're going to try to keep it family friendly. And here's my thing: is I think you can keep it somewhat family friendly, but make it family friendly for older kids. Like I would say, go the route of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark when it comes to how suspenseful and intense it gets.
mhm.
I think that's a good example. Not necessarily on the character writing and everything
So
else.
is
That
this
Scary
gonna
Stories
be
is
like
fucking
a
bullshit.
soft horror movie? Like it's not gonna
They
go
want
to
to
like
make it family
actual-
friendly, but they want to also have an edge because I mean that's the whole point of Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween is someplace you can take your kids, but it's got a bit of an
Yeah.
edge to it too.
But at the same
So-
time, if we're being honest, most of those kids that go there are sometimes forced by their parents too.
That's
Just
true
understand.
too. I will say that. I'm not going to deny that. I still think Spirit Halloween is one of the best places to get your fucking Halloween costumes, and you can bite my ass if you agree otherwise. But I still think that this is going to be a solid
the scowl of
attempt.
disagreement.
Yes, I still think this is going to be a solid attempt at a horror film. I hope it does well, but I don't want more than one sequel where they can get a bigger budget because I
Do
know
you-
this is going to be a lower budget.
So, are you okay with the way it is, or would you rather it be rated R?
I would love for it to be rated R, just because rated R films are not afraid. Usually, it's rated R films that are not afraid to kill kids.
Mhm.
So I would love that. However, I think if you give it a PG-13 rating and give it a bit of an edge, it still should be okay enough for kids to go see. But it would definitely be one that would be pushing. Well, okay. Compared to most PG-13 movies, it would definitely be pushing the guidelines when it comes to either PG or PG-13. Because I think
Especially if the
theoretically,
animatronics come
Yeah.
out with, like,
Yeah.
I feel like depending on how the animatronics come out and how the test screening is, I feel like if that doesn't kind of like settle with people, they should
Right.
just go straight to R, because there's no point if it's not gonna get to where they.
I could
want it to
definitely see it easily being an R-rated film, especially if they're going to be middle school kids, because middle school kids don't keep it fucking PG-13. Kiss my ass. Like, no, they don't do that. Hell, I'm out of middle school and I still talk like a middle schooler. So fuck you. You know? It is what it is. But you know, that's the biggest thing. Is I think this could so heavily benefit from from an R rating. However, I also can see where the drawbacks would be. This is supposed to be more of a promotional idea for
people to come in more often.
basically think Spirit Halloween attempting to do a Lego movie type movie.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's essentially what you got.
I mean, at the same time, it's like if you're gonna do something horror, like to me, I feel like it's more
There's
worthwhile.
plenty of. Oh well, no, I definitely would say it's definitely more worthwhile to go. I see where you're going.
Well,
I-
especially
yeah.
especially with the animatronics. I get
Yeah.
that. I get the reason for it. Like,
Mhm.
and like I'm a fan of like Goosebumps and stuff and other stuff
Right.
that's not too intense.
To be
but
fair,
at the
Goosebumps could so easily be rated R.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, no, and there's some episodes where I'm like, when I was little and rewatched it, I'm like, I'm still fucking terrified to this day because they do a fucking damn
Yeah,
good job.
They
But
do.
anyways,
There's
no,
other episodes where I'm
I
like, why was I
just-
scared of this?
I just feel like I think it because of the direction they're going with and how the animatronics are already released and like how everything could possibly like get even more aggressively horrific, if that
Yeah.
even considered.
Right.
I think it'll do well in the box office if it's a lot more intense than what it needs to be.
Right.
I
Well,
don't,
the
I
other thing
don't
too.
think how these look
Mhm.
tell you what kind of rating it'll have.
No, I definitely say. And speaking of which, we are supposed to be getting a trailer sometime this next week. But I think let's wait for a trailer because usually trailers
Yeah.
sometimes they don't automatically have the rating. I think this film is still another year out. I think they're still
Yeah.
working on a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, is I think would I love for it to be an R-rated film? Yes. Do I see them making it an R-rated film? No.
Agreed.
But I think it
Mhm.
could definitely be a good PG-13 with an edge.
Mhm.
Think back to first like the first official like big budget movie that got a PG-13 rating.
Mhm.
Indiana Jones and the what was the second one?
Oh,
And the Temple of the Crystal Skull,
No, Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom. Sorry.
Temple of Doom. So
Crystal
Indiana
Skull's
Jones,
the
Temple of
fourth one
Doom.
we don't talk about.
Yeah. We don't talk
With
about Crystal Skull. Oh
with
no.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Shia
With
LaBeouf.
real life Carnival Shia LaBeouf. But no. But anyways, so I definitely think go to that kind of extreme where I think
Okay.
not necessarily
Yeah,
making it like
There's a
super
bit that can
fucking
get
dark.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
make
like-
it that intense,
Yeah. I
but
think,
definitely hold.
Yeah,
Don't-
that shit
yeah,
don't
terrified
go
me when I was little.
Because I remember when he took out the heart, that fucking shit terrified the shit out of me.
That's PG-13. Now, granted, nowadays that would
Yeah.
probably get you an R-rated because it still has a lot of gore to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at the first Indiana Jones. The first Indiana Jones is rated PG, and it has some terrifying shit in it.
oh yeah.
Like you can get away with a lot. Yeah, okay, granted that was back then, but nowadays, like, okay, look at Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. No real gore necessarily, but you see a guy's fucking head explode
Yeah.
to an extent. So, like, you think
Okay.
that kind of horror, you can put that in a PG-13 movie, and they could do that with this, and it would still be PG-13, which is parental guidance under the age of 13. So it's still, you could do something like that. You could have Buzzsaw theoretically saw someone in half. You just don't show the fucking gore of it, but you could definitely show the saw, like the fucking terrified look in their face. It's like, look at the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Rated R, not a lot of gore. You have a point, Anara?
We're just going way over time. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, we are still in the first topic, but fair and valid point. So final thing. Are you guys excited for the trailer? Are you guys excited for this movie? Any more thoughts, comments, concerns? Yeah.
We'll just have to see until the trailer. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah, I
trailer
definitely
will
think we're
decide.
definitely gonna get a better vibe with the trailer. I
Yes.
100% agree. All
So
right,
we must bring this up again.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to next week. Whenever we get a trailer, I'm going to be posting it in weekly topics. Don't you worry. All right, on to our biggest thing. San Diego Comic-Con happened this last week, and we have a lot of news to go through. So, in the Marvel side of things, the reveals that we got was I Am Groot, Marvel's lineup for Phases 5 and 6, as well as the Wakanda Forever trailer. And then on the DC side, we got 2 trailers because we got Shazam and we got Black Adam. And I'm actually super pumped for Shazam, super pumped for Black Adam. I could kind of give a crap less about I Am Groot, but I will watch it because it looks cute. And then Wakanda Forever looks great.
Everybody's
it looks like
so
I'm gonna
hyped
bawl
for
my eyes out.
Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
definitely gonna cry my balls out or my eyeballs out. And then we're when it comes to Phases 5 and
Your
6.
balls cry.
Your
Excuse me?
balls.
Yes.
Okay.
See, when
Yeah.
it gets really hot, my balls like to cry.
Fair.
Fair and point. Exactly. I'm sure your boobs cry when it gets really hot too.
Boob sweat. Yeah, ball sweat.
Anyways, so on the Marvel side of things, are you guys excited for I Am Groot? Do you have any
Yes.
thoughts, comments, concerns with it? I know Anara's excited because it's Baby Groot, and everybody likes Baby Groot because it was Baby Yoda before Baby
think
Yoda.
it's about time that he had somewhat of a story. So I mean, at least
I agree too.
kinda flush out the stuff that's been missing from
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
You know what vibe it gives me?
What?
Is it gives me any of those any of those Tom and Jerry cartoons where like Jerry has his like little cousin, the baby mouse,
Mhm.
coming over. It reminds me something like that. Or I would say it reminds me of what was his name? Brutus, the dog.
Mhm.
When his little kid was there, when it followed that, it reminds me of that kind of way. I feel like it's
Okay.
that kind of thing. Like you could go for that kind of vibe when it comes to it's mostly
Imagine.
go through music and like very little dialogue.
So like Groot with Rocket Raccoon, just both of them.
Yeah.
This is the dynamic
Exactly,
duo.
yeah. Yeah,
Tom and
exactly.
Jerry.
Exactly, kind of that
I'm
thing.
interested to see the direction that Wakanda Forever goes and how
Oh,
they.
for sure,
I would
yeah.
like to see
100%.
how they pay tribute to Chadwick Boseman.
They kind of did.
Because
in
I'm
the
sure they
I want to
trailer.
know. I want to know how they're gonna kill him off because that's obviously the vibe that I'm getting from this trailer. Is what like Chadwick's gone. Like T'Challa is dead. They're not
Yeah.
reviving that character, even though I still think, and you can hate me for this, I still think they should have recasted him.
I
Think about
no,
all, think about all the problems that they've had so far.
here's
And there
the
are
thing.
plenty of charismatic actors that could have done a great job as T'Challa moving forward.
Here's the thing. Brushing all that aside, especially because of how beloved that movie has been, especially how very positively well done that movie has been for a lot of people, especially in that community.
Those last like 30 minutes is what really sucks about it. Honestly,
mean,
I'm sorry.
I'm
That
gonna
climax
be
sucks.
well, like the climax, like get rid of that
And
thought
you have a perfect
more
movie.
along the lines of like the community based around it, which what matters and what made the movie successful because of the numbers
Right.
is the fact that if they would try to basically replace him, people would already make a fit about it. Like, and not just in general, like just
True.
in general, it's more along the lines of like he's passed on. There's no need for it to.
But I
and
don't
especially
think,
looking at it.
I think where
timeline.
they were going. Here's the thing: is I think where they were going with T'Challa obviously was halted by his passing. There's no denying that. But that's where I'm like, I think theoretically they should have recasted him because then you don't have to like. There's a lot of intrigue as okay, how are we gonna get T'Challa and fucking Namor meeting each other? That would have been so fucking cool to see. And I get it. It's because he passed. I understand that. But I'm just saying it
There's
still
no
would have been
reason
cool.
that can't
That can't
that
still
can't
happen.
be a different character.
Yeah.
There's no reason that it had to be T'Challa.
Well, no. I'm just saying when it comes to like comics, when I think comics and I think
Oh my god.
Wakanda versus Atlantis.
There she goes. Here she goes.
Yeah.
She's about to.
Anyway,
No.
when I think
pull out her
comics,
gloves
I'm
and just
sorry.
knock the shit out of
I'm
you.
sorry. I'm just saying that's something like okay, I'm not the biggest comics nerd, but when I think Wakanda versus Atlantis, I think T'Challa versus Namor. I genuinely
No.
always
So
think.
I get that.
I think
I
it'll
do.
So it's
eventually
going to
will
be
happen.
hard to see. Well, no, that's the thing is unless here's the thing because now they're introducing the multiverse. You can introduce a new T'Challa. It's not that you couldn't do that. I'm not saying
and
make him
that's
our
fair.
main
Honestly,
T'Challa.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
I think that's why they're doing
I
it
think
the
that's
way
what
they
they'll
are is
do.
because they're
But
basically-
they're gonna like give this time to just
To
like
breathe.
yeah, we can grieve him in this movie, have somebody new come along, and then recast with a multiverse person.
yeah, because like I
But-
mean, if we're being honest,
Sure.
the grieving process is very
What bothers me about what you said though,
Oh boy.
extensive
comics
Here we go.
retcon themselves all
all
the
the time. Yes,
It is impossible to be
know.
like, well, based on the comics. Like, yes, but based on the comics, literally
According to my
everyone,
calculations,
everyone, literally,
This is going
hold-
way
hold
off
the
the
phone.
comics.
literally everyone is a Black Lantern and is dead.
Yeah,
So
where's my black
Yeah,
black?
Okay.
if you
Where's my
play,
black
To be
black
fair,
Black
I have a-
Lantern?
hey,
you
I-
motherfuckers!
hey. I do have a point, though. I do have a point. Let me make my point. To be fair, if we're keeping a continuity contest, DC is losing that fucking shit on all fronts. On
That's
true.
all fronts.
But we're owed a
especially with
black
like the TV versus
Black
movie
Lantern,
thing.
so you can kiss my ass.
But yeah, so like I guess that's my thing too. Is
Anyways.
like I mean even with I don't know if I can if I can segue this early, but when we talk about the Sandman later, Neil Gaiman had to
Right.
rewrite some bits because even within his own comics he had to retcon some stuff.
Yep.
So like it's really difficult
Okay.
with
and
any
that's
stream
fair
of
and valid,
comics
but he didn't
to,
have to
like-
completely change a character.
Oh,
that's,
he did.
That's my point.
You
I
will not.
get you're talking about.
But
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. He didn't have to
that-
completely take out a character because the artist died. It didn't have to do that. You know, it's one of those things.
Mhm.
So it's like I get it. I get what you're coming from. I do. The continuity in comics is fucking ridiculous. I understand that. But this is films. You can keep a little bit more of a continuity. Don't get me wrong. They have definitely proven that even Stranger Things has messed up their own continuity. Like the whole 11 getting bullied in season 4 happened on Will's birthday. That's some bullshit. But anyways,
Yeah, had he not died in such a sudden and tragic way, I think they would have
Yeah.
recast him. But I like the fact that they are trying to, because Disney doesn't do this very often.
Yeah, and now that
Marvel
I'm
doesn't
thinking
do this very
about
often
it,
either. That
I-
like give people time to just like, no, you know what, this character was theirs, and just kind of let them have it.
Mhm. And I wouldn't be surprised if this movie actually does do a recasting, or hints at a recasting. So I mean,
Eventually.
maybe.
so
Here's my thing: is if we're talking about recasting dead actors, they've announced a Thunderbolts movie. You know how you're not going to be able to do a fucking Thunderbolts movie if you don't have Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross and William Hurt's dead. So, the fuck.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about, so
Okay, General Ross from the Hulk's comics,
uh-huh.
the one who eventually becomes Red Hulk.
Uh-huh.
William Hurt plays him in the Marvel movies because he played him in the Incredible Hulk movie. He also played him in Civil War as well as a brief point in Infinity War, right?
Uh-huh.
He also had a whole thing in Black Widow that nobody remembered. But anyways, so he did all that, right?
A lot of
That
setup.
guy is dead, and he
Mhm.
was one of the few continuities from the Edward Norton movie. He was one of the few continuities that they brought over, and
I mean,
now
that's
he's
cute,
dead.
but like, it wasn't.
But they were so heavily hinting towards him being. They were not only were they hinting towards the Thunderbolts. It's impossible to do a Thunderbolts movie without Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is the fucking creator of the Thunderbolts. They're his superhero team. I mean, don't get me wrong. You could arguably say the same thing about Zemo, because Zemo usually is the creator of it. But like, it's named after him, and that
Right.
guy's dead.
true.
So,
Okay,
are you
honestly,
going
that's
to
probably what they'll
recast
do
it?
with it. They'll probably make it in his honor.
Yep.
Maybe, but
Be like,
I'm
oh,
just
we
saying.
called
I think
ourselves
they're
this
also going to
because that
recast
guy
it.
died.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but no, I don't think they're going
Anyway.
to kill off that character. I don't think they're going to kill
Shazam.
off that character because on to Shazam. Anyways, so I know we kind of skipped over the phases, but
It's a long list.
you can
of
look at all.
stuff.
It's a long list of stuff. Exactly.
And I'm pretty
the
sure
most we brought
next year we'll probably fucking talk about it at this point.
Yeah, if you're
Oh,
if you're
I'm sure.
interested,
I'm sure
go
when D23 comes
use
out.
Google.
Here's the thing: when D23 is around, I'm sure they're going to release more of Phase 5 and 6, and we'll talk about it more there. Okay. Anyways,
Shazam.
so on to the Shazam 2 trailer. I love
Shazam!
the fact that we got an Eminem song. That was awesome. Yeah, it's like introducing the star of our show.
Roboti.
That's awesome. I love the I love that. Yeah. But yeah, no, I loved. Oh, I'm roboting again. Fuck.
Yeah.
You were for a second.
Okay. Did I at least get to the introducing the star of our show? His
That's
name
all
is
we heard.
Shazam.
No, that's
Like
all we heard was
Okay.
introducing the star of the show and then like Dr. Robotnik.
Anyways, that being
It
said,
looks
I thoroughly
cute.
enjoyed this trailer. Yeah, it looks fun and enjoyable, like the first one was.
Yeah.
The first one, dude, I got that thing on 4K because I'm like, I have not had so much fun in the movie theater. Also because the random out of the fucking nowhere horror moments in it. I love that. That's so good. Like when his assistant touches the door and she just fucking disintegrates right there. It's like, yes, I love that. Right the fuck out of nowhere. Like, I love that. That is so good. But yeah, like obviously, I think that because I know they've been hinting at Shazam in this first movie, and I think they're going to do it some more here. But I definitely I like the dynamic that he's going through, where Billy is basically saying, I don't really know what I'm doing anymore, and it's almost like a quarter life crisis kind of thing. So it's like, I thoroughly enjoy that because, yeah, I mean, you would obviously have a crisis where it's like you can go from your current age to what you're supposed to be in your physical. I mean, he doesn't know that yet, but like, yeah, that's why when they all get older, they're supposed to be like their peak versions of themselves whenever they're like 20 something years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things that I thoroughly enjoy that he is getting kind of a almost like a quarter life crisis kind of thing. Also, I do love the fact that he's talking to a pediatrician. That was hilarious. It's like, you do realize I'm a pediatrician, right? And he goes, yeah, no, it totally works. But onto the Black Adam stuff. I'm very disappointed that we didn't get an official announcement for Henry Cavill coming back as Superman to fight The Rock's Black Adam. I'm very disappointed at that, but it is what it is. I roboted it out again, didn't I?
No, you're good. We just have nothing to say.
Yeah,
it just happens.
What do you guys? What did you guys think? What did you guys think of the Black Adam? Because I think this movie's gonna be fun. I really do. I'm excited to see Dr. Fate on screen. That's cool. I like that.
I think it's gonna take a whole new, different direction for all of it.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure this is probably gonna be like one of the other many films in the DC universe that's probably gonna do well in theaters. So.
Right. No, I definitely agree. I definitely think that Shazam, because Shazam was a surprise hit for DC, in my opinion. It came out right at Man, I think, and Aquaman was a surprise hit because they're like, I don't think anybody's gonna really like that. And Aquaman was a huge hit for DC, and then Shazam came out, and then it was a huge hit, and then Wonder Woman 84 came out, and it was a fucking miss. You know, it was like, miss.
They had to have one.
Yeah, you know, and
it had to happen. There's no way.
And they're about to have another one, which is Aquaman 2.
I don't know. I think because they have cut her out completely, Aquaman 2 is going to be good. But good clever segue. Yeah.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. Yes, Jason Momoa is what carries that movie. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Lovely human.
Well, okay, so does Dolph Lundgren. And
Jason Momoa.
Willem Dafoe does amazing.
Also,
we'll talk about that later.
Patrick Wilson.
They do have a lot of good
people. They do have a lot. She was just the one fucking shitty element. That's it.
and it just sucked all the way through. It's really unfortunate. Like, I hated it.
She had one moment of charm for me, and that's it.
That's still hilarious.
She had none. They had no chemistry whatsoever. And
every time
there was one moment where I got kind of awkward, cute charm, and that's when he gives her the flower and she eats it. I'm like, okay, I've seen that before, but that's still kind of cute and clever. Whatever.
You were seduced by the titties.
No.
He's like, maybe.
That sounds like that was cute though, like just because she has tits. Like, if it was a dude that did it, meh.
No, it was genuinely fucking cute. Though granted, it was definitely way too much Little Mermaid. I'm sorry, it was.
For me, I feel like every time I brought up Aquaman, I was like, great movie, and then like everybody's like, yeah, it was a great movie, but Amber Heard. That's all I heard.
She does. She is a fucking. She is the fucking cataclysm of that entire movie, and the reason why I kind of don't want to watch it ever again. I mean, I'll watch it. Just because I like the action in it, and that's about it. But Nicole Kidman.
Just imagine that the romance subplot doesn't exist.
Exactly right.
Because it practically
honestly, just recast her with Emilia Clarke, and you'll be fine. Yes. Just get Emilia Clarke, and you'll be fine. I'm sorry, that's just how it's gonna work. It is what it is. But anyways, on to our next topic. So our next topic is we have our first official trailer for Netflix's adaptation of The Sandman, the popular Neil Gaiman Neil Gaiman. Fucking piss off.
Terrible. Neil Gaiman. The way he said
Neil Gaiman.
So wait, hold on. Hey, Lewis. How did you pronounce Anara's name for the longest time? It wasn't Anara Sarah. It was Anara Sara or some shit.
No, he called me Anita.
Anita, yeah, Anita Sarah. Yeah, it was like, who the fuck is Anita? Anyways,
I don't know if you noticed. I read some of the comics. I adore them. I think they are beautiful.
Oh my god, guys, stop the fucking press. She read some of the comics.
after just ragging on Christian for like
Anyway. I don't know if you noticed, but some of the shots in the trailer are shots from the comics.
That
That's
I thoroughly
nice.
enjoyed. Yeah.
That's
Is
nice. That's a nice touch.
Beautiful.
Yep.
And I watched the trailer, and something that popped up after that was Neil Gaiman explaining some of the shots, and
She's
Yeah,
fangirling right now.
She
I'm-
is.
I'm
how many
happy.
comics are there, like in total, completely?
Oh,
Of the Sandman?
Sandman, yeah.
There's like 4 or 5 volumes,
70.
isn't there?
Yeah, I thought it was like 75. Let me look it up just to be sure. I don't want to be talking. out my
75
ass.
exact comics, but I think like they're split into 4 or 5 volumes. It's a long running series.
Yeah, it is.
Enough
It
to
was
where I think they could get a
started
season 2.
in the 80s.
Yeah,
86,
that
I
doesn't
think.
surprise me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ran
that
from
doesn't surprise
ran
me.
from 89 to 93, and then into 2020 with Vertigo, and then yeah, it's still running technically.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
So then they can do a lot of stuff with this.
Yeah,
But I
there
think
were
the first
75 in
run
the original issue.
I think that's what they're adapting right now.
Yeah.
hmm Okay.
So yes,
So that's pretty
yes,
big.
Yep.
I'm
and
roboting again,
I
aren't I?
love. No, you're good.
No, you're good.
I.
Every time you
love-
ask,
Roboting.
you're not.
You're not. I love the. I love the character.
I'm good.
Yes.
Yes, you're good.
Jesus.
I mean, I think he's frozen. Actually.
Now he's frozen.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're fine now. We can see you.
You're fine. But anyway, like you were saying about the comics.
I
and stuff.
love that Lucifer and Constantine are played by women.
Probably for the best.
Well, honestly, like Lucifer didn't have a gender.
Yeah, true.
When you look at it,
I mean,
But Constantine does.
well, there. See, that's the thing. He like retconned that later too. So there were 2 versions of Constantine in the comics. There was John Constantine and Joanna Constantine, and he just chose to use Joanna Constantine in the movie.
probably for the
Well,
better.
show.
You missed out on some great ass casting.
Agreed.
What's his name from the NBC show would have been fucking phenomenal, and I would love to have seen another fucking adaptation of it. But no.
I
You
do
can
like
wham
so in the video with Neil Gaiman explaining things, he said one of the things that he said he found interesting as they were filming was how the interactions between Morpheus and Constantine change since she's female,
Ooh, that's interesting.
and how that it adds like an extra weird layer to their not relationship.
I can see that.
And how he's like generally more polite to her.
Wow,
it's-
a
it was
person
just an
being
interesting little-
polite to
little
a
tidbit.
female?
To be fair, it is hard to be very polite to a Constantine because they're notoriously dickheads. So,
In the best possible way.
in the best possible.
But yeah,
yes.
and I also just the 2 bits that you see with Lucifer are just wonderful. She looks spot on.
So there is official crossovers with this movie or show.
Well, Constantine's in it, but it's not like it's Jenna Coleman playing Constantine.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
That's her name,
Who's
right?
playing Lucifer?
Coleman. Oh shit!
Mm.
What's her name? What's her name? Gwendolyn Christie.
Gwendolyn Christie is playing Lucifer?
Let me make sure. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da.
Like Game of Thrones Gwendolyn Christie?
Yeah, it's her. Oh gosh.
Brianna Tarth?
I do. Yes, no, like,
her
what's-
double take.
No, what's great is like I was like trying to think of it. I was like, was that her? Was that her? And then like it like clicked. Yeah, it's her.
It
Like
is.
go and watch
Hold
it.
on.
Like that's her. But like,
Hold on.
ooh,
Captain
she is
Phasma
powerful.
is playing Captain Phasma. Brianna Tarth is playing goddamn Lucifer? I'm not pissed off by it. I'm more intrigued and confused and scared.
Yeah.
It's
Just
like,
yeah.
damn.
Ugh. Anyway,
Not a role I expected her to take, but okay.
right, and then
Cool.
Death also showing up as a woman is
That doesn't
I mean,
surprise me. Marvel's
yeah,
done that
because
forever.
well,
so.
I mean, she was also a woman in the comics, so.
Well, there you go. Shocker.
Yeah.
But
A woman from the
it's just
comics
so
isn't getting
good.
a sex change? Oh
What?
my god.
Wow.
I know.
Um,
It's almost as if only male characters can happen. That can only happen to
That's
them.
so not 2022 right now. Like, oh my
I
god.
know. Can you also tell which YouTuber I've been watching a lot of?
Too much
Chris
for
Reagan.
your own good. Yeah,
but
too much.
yes, I am very excited, and I love that Neil Gaiman was creatively involved
I know. Moving on.
because he even talks about some of the writing changes that he made because it looked better on screen than it did in the comics.
Okay.
Which I
All
love.
right. Well, on to our final topic before we get into Snow to Quicks. We have our first official trailer at the new D&D movie, D&D or Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
Honor
Among
Thieves, with our Lord and Savior, that is the dad bod that is Chris Trine, playing our wonderful bard / leader of our group of rogues.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah, I find that absolutely hilarious. And honestly,
Peace
pretty good
out.
cast. Pretty
Yeah.
for a D&D movie. It looks like it's definitely embracing the more whimsical nature than the 2000s movie with Waynes and Jeremy Irons.
Or the cartoon.
I'm sorry. Anytime I think of Jeremy Irons and no. Anytime I think I'm thinking like live action movies. Cartoons are different. Lends more to a cartoon in my opinion. But it can work well in live action. Done right. So obviously, I'm sorry, but anytime I think of Dungeons and Dragons and I think Jeremy Irons, I can't help but go. You got to do it with the big eyes and do that.
So
You have to do it.
anyway,
Man, sounds like fucking Mr. Krabs.
Anyways, Mr. Krabs is.
can I just say, throughout the entire trailer, I was like, oh, so obviously, like, it's Honor Among Thieves. Chris Pine is the rogue. That just makes sense. And then at the end, it's like, haha, I'm a bard. Yes.
It's like, haha, fuck you, I'm Bard. You know, just
Also love that it's called Honor Among Thieves, and there is not a rogue in the party.
yeah, that is pretty.
Very
funny.
nice.
So I'm sure that they'll probably do like an elven rogue or some shit like that. But I think they are gonna have a rogue in this party. There's no way they're not.
I mean, none of the
You
characters
can't
that they
do a
showed were.
thief. None of the characters that they showed.
Yes, that's fair, but I don't think they would. Well, first of all,
I would
think
love
more
a
than five
Ryan
is too big
Reynolds
of a party.
rogue. No. Here's the thing. No, not like a whole ass character. I think like a cameo from Ryan Reynolds as a rogue would be hilarious. Just a rogue that gets killed instantaneously in the most horrendous way, and that's Ryan Reynolds.
Oh,
In
like
the Ryan
fucking-
Reynolds way.
like
of getting
Nathan
killed.
Fillion in what movie was that?
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, just
Yeah, TDK. Yeah,
yeah.
actually Nathan Fillion's a good choice too.
Roadkill.
Fillion. Yes, and he would so do it. He is such a nerd.
He is, yeah. The
I
only other
wonder
person I
if
would
Vin
say
Diesel
would
is
be
in it.
genuinely.
Vin
No,
Diesel's in
well,
it?
that's only because
I said I
that's
wonder.
only because you're seeing Michelle Rodriguez. I don't think Vin Diesel's gonna do it.
No,
Yeah.
Vin Diesel is like a D&D fiend.
Yeah, he is. He's
Oh,
no.
okay.
He's a mega nerd.
He did something with Critical Role a long time ago.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah,
That's
he
actually
loves
kinda cool. I didn't
D&D.
know
So
that.
because Michelle Rodriguez is in it, I wonder if he was like, "Hey, can I be in there for like?" 6
I wouldn't even be surprised if this man makes a
he's gonna have
cameo.
a cameo. Yeah, I think he's gonna have a cameo. It's like, you know what? You kind of remind me of a family. I like families.
Oh
And just
my
walks off.
God!
That'd be hilarious. He's like a fucking
Stop.
barbarian.
Just
He's like
stop.
a barbarian, and you have to do it.
Just
You have to. It's
fucking
like, you know
stop.
what? You're kind of like a family. Doesn't even have to say I like
No.
families. He could just go, you know what?
Family. Just
Y'all
family.
are a family.
Just
and just
family.
nods and walks away. And then gets like an
Um,
arrow through the knee or some shit. I don't know. You know?
I used to
I'm-
be adventurer, and you took an arrow to the knee.
It's like I used to be a barbarian in a thief group too. Then I took an arrow to the knee, and wow,
You know that's
all
actually
know how that
slang for
goes.
getting married.
Yeah,
Re-
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of people
It's
don't
like
know
ball
it.
and chain.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
arrow
Now,
to the knee
okay,
is
I will say
getting
this: it would be genuinely hilarious if Michelle Rodriguez has like a brother because I guarantee you she's a barbarian, and the brother is Vin Diesel.
Oh yeah, she's definitely the barbarian.
Yeah. Like the
Chris
brother is
Pine's
the Vin
character
Diesel.
literally tells her to rage in the middle of the fucking.
I would like to rage.
But like he's like, we need brute force. You got that right. And she's
Yeah.
like, yeah, and then just goes. "Rah!"
So here's my
She's
thing:
a barbarian.
is I think another person that would be genuinely hilarious to see. I have two. Brendan Fraser would be funny to see in a D&D movie, make a cameo, just die, just instantly dies, doesn't even get a line, just
Sean
like,
Bean.
was that Brendan Fraser? Sean Bean would be genuinely fucking hilarious. Be like, damn it, I thought I got arrow protection, and just dies. Like, make it the ultimate Lord of the Rings jab. It's like, damn it, I thought I got arrow protection this time, and just done. But okay, my other person is obviously Ryan Reynolds, but there's another one. I just want Ryan Reynolds in this movie because I feel like he would be so.
You
funny.
dropped off. What did you say?
Ryan Reynolds, I think would be so funny in this movie. But there's another.
Ryan
one.
Reynolds will be funny in literally any.
I could see more cast from Lord of the Rings possibly making it work. Too.
I would kill for an Elijah Wood cameo.
Elijah Wood. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, Elijah Wood would be so perfect.
Or Sean Austin. Sean Austin would be another good one. I feel like Sean Austin would do it. Out of all the Lord of the Rings cast, I feel like Sean Austin would do it. And he has to be a dwarf. I'm sorry. If you're gonna get Sean Austin in this, you have to make a short joke, and it has to be a dwarf.
What would Elijah Wood be? Like, would you want?
Elijah Wood
Halfling?
would obviously have to be a halfling, yeah.
I'm
or
interested to see
you
if
get Orlando
any of
Bloom.
That's what I was gonna say. Orlando Bloom out of nowhere.
So I'm interested to see what magic mechanics they end up keeping.
I am too.
Because like you see the black dragon,
right?
So like obviously they're and of course it's like a D&D movie, so they're trying to stick to the canon. I wonder if like somebody would be like, I'm gonna use fireball, like
yeah, that'd be funny
in an enclosed space.
My little concern about the movie is I wouldn't be like too fair to say that there's probably people going in this being like, this is gonna be exactly the way D&D is played. And I wouldn't be surprised
there's always going to be that one
and
asshole.
I wouldn't be surprised if that affects this movie. If it's not,
I don't think
I
so.
think it's going to affect it. I think it's going to affect its like quote unquote dedicated fan base. But I think like general audiences and general fans of D&D are going to love this movie.
Yeah, anyone who calls himself a rules lawyer is gonna hate it.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
So
is
Shadow's going to probably hate this movie.
He literally had a cloud of flying penises chasing us. I don't think he can be mad about literally anything.
Fair point.
Fucking random as shit.
Yeah.
Like,
hit that like button if you would like us to make a Snodacast fucking D&D session.
I'm in the works. So
can we do that?
Just wait.
I would love
just
to
wait.
do that.
I'm in the works. Just wait till I get
just
some
give Lewis another 2 years.
Story time.
Just give Lewis another 2 years. Yeah.
Even though I said
no,
5
I'm
years.
not calling him out. Yeah, I'm not calling him out. I'm calling out the fucking idea of making a homebrew anything. It takes forever.
Homebrews take ages.
Yeah, that's why I said 5 years. But like, let me get some story.
Who currently has a homebrew going that's taking ages.
Let me get at least some story, and we'll make it happen. It'll happen, and that's one of my goals is to basically go to a con and do Dungeons and Dragons live.
Alright. So, any more thoughts, comments, concerns as of the... What the fuck am I trying to say? Any more thoughts, comments, concerns on the Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves trailer?
Excited to watch this movie, and I'm 100% going to watch it no matter what happens, so...
I'm interested to see what's his face as a paladin, so...
I'm also excited to see
what's his name
cameos.
from Jurassic Park, right? No, he's not a paladin.
These are Bridgerton.
What's his name from Detective? Oh, that guy. I'm thinking of the guy from Detective Pikachu.
This man.
Anyway,
what's wrong with you?
I'm interested in
Julian, whatever
him
the fuck his
playing
name is. He plays an elf.
Julian, whatever the fuck his name.
Okay, literally, this guy over here.
Oh, this guy
with the fucking brown cloak. Yes,
That's
I don't
in so many
recognize him
movies.
from anything.
He was in Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. He's the
Haven't
one
seen
that
it.
wouldn't shut the fuck up about the bug spray. And Detective Pikachu.
Barely saw that.
And he's in another
He's the
series
lead
or whatever.
of the. Yeah, he's in another series, but he's the lead.
Well, that was
in
that was
Detective
obviously
Pikachu.
very forgettable then, because I barely remember that.
Actually,
I know I
Detective Pikachu
watched
was
it.
pretty cute.
It's cute, but like
Anyways.
I don't remember any of the plot. I just remember Ryan Reynolds being a Pikachu. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing Bridgerton guy play Paladin.
I accidentally muted you guys for like 2 seconds.
How dare you?
Shh.
Fucking Chach.
The hell. Anyway,
It was by accident. My
I
apologies.
think I would like to see him as like a genuine, like, I'm going to do the good things all the time Paladin guy.
I'm excited for what secret amount of people that they're gonna put in there that's like not known. So I'm excited for that.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Stephen Colbert or somebody was just like, hello, you did that in Lord
That
of the
would be
Rings.
funny.
Or you did it
No,
in,
I would
Hobbit,
love for
so-
John Oliver to make a fucking
Ha!
weird ass cameo. That'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
Or I got another one. Conan.
Yeah. That doesn't
Conan
work.
O'Brien.
That'd be
Somewhat.
interesting. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have.
That's it. Yep.
All right. On to Snowdaquicks. So this is the thing where we can bring up any random topic that we didn't get the chance to get into, and or further elaborate on anything else that we would like to. So, Lewis, I believe that your Snowdaquick was something about Aztec Assassin's Creed. Please go into that.
Yeah. So, we've already gone through all these different phases of Assassin's Creed, and I've been a fan of it for a long time. And I feel like this is probably a new and fun, exciting turn for Assassin's Creed as Aztecian.
Right.
So I think they can go in so many routes. I'm excited for it. Hopefully we'll get more details out of it.
So is it
Right.
confirmed or like what is this?
Is it a confirmed or is it a rumor? I'm actually genuinely curious.
I think right now it's just up in the air. So
Okay.
that's from what I've been hearing. So
Okay.
until there is like solid details or anything for a trailer, we'll know in time. But I was also thinking of a Western. We have yet to get a Western Assassin's
That
Creed.
is true.
but
I would love
like
to get a
see
Western Assassin's Creed. Basically, make it Assassin's Creed and Red Dead Redemption.
that. And like I
Ooh.
would try to see if like how they would incorporate him not using any guns whatsoever, maybe, and just basically assassinating
Actually,
people.
what I would like is the wrist blade, but it shoots out blades.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be kind of cool.
I just did a Google. Evidently, it was a leak that claimed the next Assassin's Creed would be set in the Aztec Empire. However,
that's-
there's new information, and that might not be true anymore.
Yeah, that's why I said
Aw,
that's why I
that
said like it's up in the air because you know how it is with people talking about stuff. But either way, I mean it could
But
at
it's
some
part of the
point,
lore, so there's that.
it could potentially may happen. We just don't know. But
Damn,
no,
that does
I
suck.
think like we've already gone through regular like medieval times Assassin's Creed. We've gone to ancient Egypt. We've gone through
I thought you said
Ancient
Ancient
Greece.
Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, we've gone through
Greece.
ancient Egypt, ancient Greece. We've gone
Greece.
through Vikings. We've gone through,
Valhalla.
Yeah, which actually Valhalla is
Pirates.
pretty cool. We have done through Pirates, which was Black Flag, and then
History. U.S. history
I think
somewhat.
that's a.
It's all interesting.
Oh yeah,
They
but that was
just did
Assassin's
a-
Creed 3. Yeah.
But
Is there one based in like China?
There's a
Kind-
side scroller
kind
based in
of,
China.
it's-
There's one in Russia,
yeah.
China. They're side scrollers. They're technically canon, but they're not really canon. You know what I mean?
I mean
I would like to see something like that.
I feel like they should have done more with it. That's why I downloaded them just to see what they were, and like I've yet to play them, but I heard not so very.
They
good
do
things.
have
I feel
really good lore, but it's just the gameplay kind of sucks. That's
I think it should have been
Okay.
a little bit more thought of and flushed out. But
yeah,
yeah.
I would like to see some like Eastern tradition ones. That'd be really interesting.
I'd love to see how they would do one in Russia. That's actually pretty interesting, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty cool. But
Have a
I don't
freezing
think that one's
mechanic
gonna
or
happen
something.
anytime soon. I don't think that one's gonna happen anytime soon. So
Probably not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. Okay. Hey, if Vikings didn't get a freezing mechanic, I doubt very seriously Russia's gonna get a freezing mechanic.
That's fair.
So, anywho,
But that's it for my topic.
What
Okay.
was yours?
So, mine. Okay, so mine was speaking of Aquaman 2 that we were bringing up earlier, and I tried to
God.
bring it up, but then I realized to stop myself. So, we do actually have some official casting news that was trying to keep secret, but but thanks to Jason Momoa being the delightful himbo that he is, decided that he would visit his good old buddy Ben Affleck on set, and it is confirmed that Ben Affleck's Batman is going to be appearing in Aquaman 2.
Cool.
Yeah. That's kind of my thought
Cool.
process too. It's just one of those things. It's like, cool. I
I'm just
thoroughly
excited
enjoy his
Aquaman 2
Batman.
is happening.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. Because trust me, there's a time
I
where I'm
really
like, oh
thought
fuck, it's not.
I
that.
really thought it was either not gonna happen, or if it was gonna happen, people were gonna
Mhm.
boycott the crap out of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's why
yeah.
I think they've either shaved down her time to 5 minutes.
No, they cut it
or-
completely.
Yeah, they cut it completely. I was about to say. I think they
It
cut
was 5
completely.
minutes. It was cut down to 2 minutes, and then they cut it completely.
Could you imagine
Nice.
them throwing shit in the screens just because
Oh
of
my
her?
god.
Oh yeah, I'd see
Nah.
that happening. Are you kidding?
I would
With all
see
the
it
stupid
happening.
shit with
I mean,
Despicable Me
dude,
happening.
Did you? Yeah, I was about to say. Did you not remember the minions? The people were throwing fucking bananas.
Yeah,
at the screen
so
for a minion?
I wouldn't be surprised if people just freaking threw shit whenever
Yeah,
it would come
exactly.
on the screen.
Nah, that would actually be fucking newsworthy, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, okay, I get it, I understand, it's hilarious. However, don't fuck with our movie people. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
please
Yeah.
thank
Don't
you.
fuck with our theater ushers. Come on, they already get paid minimum wage and then already have soul crushing jobs as is.
Yeah,
Don't fuck with them.
It's not worth
Yeah.
it.
No, they don't get paid enough as is. So,
true.
anywho, Inara,
My
what was
turn.
yours? Use your turn. Yes.
The John Wick teaser trailer.
I mean, I'm surprised that they haven't given us like an official title yet because it just
I'm
says
not. Are you
John
kidding?
Wick on the trailer. Like that's all it does. It doesn't even say John Wick 4. It just says John Wick on the trailer. And it's like, okay.
Didn't you call the first movie that?
John Wick.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
well-
it's not a reboot. It is a continuation. I would love to see
Yes.
John Wick Chapter 4 some random ass subtitle here, but still, just literally you could put some random ass subtitle here and I would be fine with that.
Based on, well, first of all, the stunts that you see in there.
Oh yeah.
Because they're
Beautiful.
always on
Also,
point.
the fact that we're
Phenomenal.
seeing fucking Scorpion himself, fucking what's his name? I'm blanking on his name. Oh my god, why am I blanking
I'm
on
not
his
helping
name?
him.
Andre Asasi? No, that was the character of the Scorpion. Fuck.
Have
We're
vision,
just
yeah.
gonna watch him. Just watch him.
Hiroyuki
It'll come
Sanada,
It'll
Huh?
come out of him eventually.
right? That's right. Hiroyuki Sanada.
I think
Google it, freak fan. I'm kidding.
if I had to guess at what the plot was going to be, it seems like he's going after the entire organization.
I would also agree that.
Which I'm assuming is a very big deal, especially with like, leading up to
Hiroyuki Sanada. I knew it was that. I just needed to confirm
There
it.
you go.
So yeah, it's
Um,
Hiroyuki Sanada.
But yeah, like just because there's someone else who shows up who's missing that finger,
Mhm.
yeah, I have a feeling that like, he's like, you know what, fuck this whole organization, I'm gonna take them all down.
Here's
Exactly.
another question that I have for both of y'all, because y'all are more caught up. Do you think after this movie, is there any plot point that they could bullshit out to make another one, or this should be there?
Probably.
I think they could pull out one more out of their ass, just make it one giant climax.
I don't know what it would
Yeah.
be though.
I don't know. either.
If the arc of the whole movie is him destroying the organization, maybe maybe the only other thing I could see is him building his own.
Yeah, that's about it.
But beyond that, I don't see, or like either that or like he ends up building an organization to police the rest of the world to make sure that there are no more of those.
Or are they gonna
organizations
James
throughout
Bond
that.
it and like basically drag on?
It's entirely possible that they would.
It is.
I
true,
don't.
yeah.
I think Keanu Reeves is smart enough to not keep signing on
Yeah.
for movies like that.
I will say this though.
What I think.
I thoroughly would love, because there was rumors going around for the longest time that they were going to make a Continental show. I would love the fuck out of that.
Yeah,
The
that'd be
Continental
interesting.
Hotels? Yeah,
I
that'd
mean,
be so interesting.
The lore. What I love particularly, I mean, I love a lot of things about John Wick, but
Lore.
Lore.
well,
Luke
the
Goblin.
lore that
Lore Goblin.
exists that they don't explicitly talk about. You know, it's
Yes.
not like it's not like the Cimmerillion, you know, like there's not a whole
Yeah.
big explanation of all of the background. It's just like, oh no, you just know this now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So having a TV show that would just build on that, I think would be really cool.
Well, and that's the whole point is like John Wick is some of the best world building when it comes to action films, which is what the Gray
Yes.
Man is essentially trying to do. And I know it's based off a series of books, but yes, it's doing it very badly. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yes,
Thoroughly enjoyed the
that
Gray
was
Man.
something
I
I
enjoyed
wanted
the
to
action
mention
scenes.
early-
Yeah.
earlier.
It's
is that
just one of those things.
book, and so it's gonna be meh because they tried to adapt a full book.
Well, okay, it's like anytime I think of an action film, I'm like, oh, cool, it involves the CIA. I wonder how long it's going to take them to betray the main character.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
that's like every
Because the
fucking
CIA
action
is
movie that
evidently
involves the
really,
CIA.
really shitty,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, whatever. Anyways,
according to the movie business.
exactly. So it's just one of those things. It's like, oh boy, he's a part of the FBI. This is an action film where the FBI hunts him down. How long till he portrays them? It's kind of like if there's a strong female character back in the '90s that just says, "I know how to take care of myself." It's like, oh, cool. When
Oh,
does she
you're gonna
get
get
captured?
injured later.
No, it's like, when do you get captured?
And then
Yeah.
everybody else needs to come help spring you, even though like all of the skills you have already used. So I'm not sure why you're stuck, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, any
But yeah,
more?
that was it. I love John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick. Everybody loves John Wick. Except for my dad, because my dad doesn't like the fact that they kill off a puppy and then he kind of turned him off the rest of the movie. So,
That's fair. Although I do love the revenge for the puppy.
yes. You know, it's really not about the puppy, right? It's really about his wife, because that was the last gift that his wife gave to him.
Who were you talking to?
You.
The person with the psychology degree? Is that who you're talking to? Bitch, what? It's not about the. Oh my god! It's transference. Who knew?
Who fucking knew all the time? I wonder why.
It's actually about his giant balls, is what it's really about.
I mean,
Anyway.
that's also
Yeah.
fair.
But as she slowly pulls out her like diploma.
Oh, it's still in a tube. I see. Like Avery hung his up there. Mine is still in the tube it came in. I have not done anything with it.
They didn't even give mine in a tube.
Oh,
They didn't.
I mean, mine was mailed to me, but
Well, my high school diploma, yeah, they handed it to me. It already had a plaque and everything, because I signed up for it.
cute.
So.
That was probably money, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God, what sort
I
of
know.
fire is happening behind me?
Something.
So much
Oh,
fire.
he's watching
very
Burn
much
Notice.
I was like, what is he
ha,
playing?
ha. Burn Notice. Ha,
No,
ha, ha, ha.
please tell me you have watched Burn Notice.
I've watched bits and pieces. I never fully watched the show.
He's on the last season, so he's been like binge watching it all day.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
think
for a
another one that
second,
you
I
should
thought he was
watch.
playing like a video game or something. I was like, damn,
Uh-huh.
what kind of video game has so many fire?
And I will tell you by singing the theme song. I know, you know that I'm not telling the truth. I know,
Oh
you
my
know.
god,
that-
stop.
I love that show. I'm sorry, Lewis. That show kicks ass. I love that show. It's so funny. She knows exactly what I'm talking about too.
As she
Right.
stares off into space.
No, I'm trying to like. I know the song. I'm trying to place it.
But we psyched you out in the
Oh,
end.
okay, thank you.
I know. You know.
I do love Psych. It is just funny,
It's been a
stupid
while
shit.
since you watched it. Yeah.
Yes.
I
Have
watched
you
a
ever
little
watched it
bit
for
of
the
Psych.
pineapples?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard as shit to find all those pineapples.
is.
But yeah, yeah.
I forgot that they hit pineapples.
The fact that the fact that we still haven't gotten a Blu-ray release of this goddamn show, and it's been over for years. Fuck
I
you.
know.
Fuck you, Spike TV.
So
Fuck
cute
you.
and so stupid, and I fucking love it.
Like, it's like, dude, I want the fucking pineapple box set that you can get on DVD. It's like, yeah, I want to get that, but it's like, I also want it on Blu-ray to prove that I fucking love this show. But I can only get it on DVD fucking D. It's like, bro, the fuck? There's obviously a fan base for this. They wouldn't have made 2 movies if it wasn't the case. Hi, dumbass.
Bastard.
Baby.
The
But
bastard.
anyways, I think we've gone on for long enough. This has been the Snodacast. I've been your host, BlackShad56, and I've, of course, been joined by Inara Sera. And, of course, the one,
Jazz
the only,
Hands.
my second in command, Jazz Hands. Yes, his name is Jazz Hands now. I'm sorry, folks. It's hard news to break, but, we're going to go ahead and change it right here, right now. So,
This is Jazz.
I have also, this is Jazz Hands. With a Z. So, and of course, I've been joined by my second in command, Jazz Hands, aka Lewis.
This ain't spirit figures. This is spirit figures.
No. What you just did is Jazz Hands. These are spirit fingers.
Yeah, I know.
Get it right.
Anyways, this has been the Snodacast episode 30. Once again, I've been your host, BlackShip56, and I will see you all later.